So 99% of the population has a belief or a framework that they use to create a new reality. The challenge is that 99% of the population doesn't actually create the future of their dreams, and they end up just staying stuck. Is it this principle that's keeping them stuck? Let's dive into it. My name is Tiffany Toombs. I am one of the co-founders of the Life Coach Launch School, and I am a high performance hypnotist. I have helped thousands of people across the world heal their trauma and emotional baggage so that they can truly become a high performer in all areas of life and create the life and reality of their dreams. So 99% of people believe one of two models will help them create the reality that they dream of. The first model is they believe they have to do certain things. So let's say, for example, you have somebody who wants to create a 7-figure business. They want to become a millionaire. They think, okay, well, I have to do these activities, and by doing these activities, that's going to allow me to have the clients who are paying me money, and that's going to allow me to be a millionaire or a 7-figure entrepreneur. So for example, it might be I have to do this activity of posting social media content or making these cold calls or cold DMing people on Facebook, whatever it is. It's going to allow me to have the sales and the clients that's going to allow me to be the millionaire 7-figure entrepreneur. The other way that the 99% think is they think they have to have something to get started. They have to have a certain skill set, or they have to have a certain talent. And that talent or that skill set or that knowledge will allow them to do certain tasks that need to be done so that they can become the person that they want to be. So they have to have a secret piece of knowledge that nobody else has so that they can do the thing of creating a course to teach other people this knowledge so that they can become the millionaire course creator. Now, if 99% of people think one of these two models, but only 1% of the world has the wealth and the success that everybody dreams of, then clearly the way the 99% are thinking is not helping them get their goal. And this is absolutely true, because one of the most often missed ways that people don't pay attention to when it comes to creating their new future is the identity shift. So the model of thinking that the 1% use to create a new reality is be, do, have. You have to become the version of yourself that achieves that goal that will allow you to take the action that you need to take so that you can have the outcome and the success that you're looking for. Most of you who are following the do, have, be model, you already know what to do. Or if you're following the have, do, be model, you already have some sort of skill set or piece of information that is worth sharing. But you're not doing it and you're not sharing it. And there's a reason, because you have an identity that doesn't allow you to take the action or that doesn't allow you to share the knowledge or the skill sets that you have. Your identities are based on your past. Now, here's something that you absolutely need to know about how your brain works. Your brain is just a reflection, a collection of everything you've ever done, everything you've ever said, everything you've ever heard, everything you've ever believed, and everything you've ever identified as. Even your identity as, say, a man or a woman, a husband or a wife, a mother or a father, is going to be influenced by the past. For example, I worked with a client a couple years ago, and his dad was an abusive father and an abusive husband. He had been dating this woman for 13 years, and she had gotten to the point where she was like, okay, buddy, put a ring on it or set me free to greener pastures. She wanted that commitment from him. He had this intense fear that by becoming a husband, he would become his father, because in his mind, being a husband meant being abusive. Even though he had seen other men out in the world who were husbands and not abusive, his own personal experience, what his daily lived experience was for a large portion of his life, the first 18 years of his life, was that husband equals abusive. And so we had to reprogram that identity so that he could propose to this woman that he desperately loved and did not want to lose. So we have to, if you want to create a new reality, we have to change your identity. Because if you just keep replaying what's in your mind, if you just keep thinking at the same identity level that you are today, if you keep doing the same actions that you've always done or that your identity of who you are today does, you're going to just get more of who you are today. And this is why 99% of the population don't actually ever make change, is because they continue to think and be who they are now and not the version of themselves that has their goal. Now, I know this next part might be a little bit woo-woo, but one of my mentors told me it, and it profoundly changed the way that I viewed the identity shift. And this mentor told me that when we think of and visualize our future, what if, let's just say anything was possible. What if that was our future self sending back memories of what was possible, and that's how we can visualize something that we haven't yet created. So what we have to do is we have to think about, who is this version of us who has this success? And you can go as deep into this exercise as you want to go. But let's say your goal is to be 50 pounds lighter. Okay, well, the version of you that's 50 pounds lighter, what do they think about? When they're on the toilet, what do they think about? What do they believe? What do they believe about themselves? What do they believe about the world around them? What do they believe about food? What do they do as part of their daily routine? You could even go as far as, how do they dress? What kinds of foods do they eat? What kinds of workouts do they do? Okay, so you can go as deep down this rabbit hole of your future self as you want. But then we have to start to integrate those things into our life. How do I start thinking like my future self? How do I start believing what my future self believes? I need to start doing what my future self would do. I need to make decisions like my future self. There are so many times when I get up in the morning and I'm like, oh, I do not want to do this thing that I have to do today. Maybe I don't want to film this video. Maybe I don't want to go on a podcast. Maybe I don't want to do a call. But I ask myself, is making this decision going to help my future self or hinder my future self? And when we stop making decisions for the instant gratification of now, and we start making decisions for the gratification of our future self, that is when your life is going to change. Now, shifting your identity is going to push you outside of your comfort zone. It's going to trigger your nervous system. So to help with that, I've put together my 7-day nervous system reset. This is a totally free program. It is the exact routine that I personally use and the exact routine that I give to every single one of my clients to help them start to heal their nervous system, come out of survival mode so that they can truly thrive in this other inner work that we're doing to change their life and create a reality of their dreams. Every day you're going to unlock a new exercise over the 7-day period. Some of these exercises are going to be part of a daily routine. Now, I know you're a busy person, so these exercises in this daily routine are going to take you less than 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes to create a reality of your future, I think that's a good payoff. The other exercises are going to give you tools to manage big emotions in the moment so that your nervous system doesn't completely hijack you. To get the 7-day nervous system reset, just click on the link in the description below or go to resetmysystem.com/reset. Now, once you've figured out who your future self is, we just have to start to look for evidence that we have showed up as that person. Now, you're likely going to have some imposter syndrome during this process. I have a 14-month-old son when I'm recording this video, and he just went from 12-month pajamas to 18-month pajamas. Now, the 12-month pajamas, his feet don't really fit in the little feet things in the pajamas, and it kind of hangs off a shoulder. But the 18-month-old pajamas are kind of loose and baggy, and they don't really fit him properly. He kind of looks a little bit wonky in them. And this is what shifting from our old identity to our new identity is like. We're caught in this no man's land where the old version of us doesn't really fit. It feels too small. It's like we're shoved in there. It's hanging off of us, right? But the new identity doesn't quite fit yet either because we haven't fully grown into it. So breathe through this. This is where you'll need to lean into those nervous system reset tools and remind yourself that you're becoming this version of you and that you are right on track. At the end of every day, you're going to sit down and look at all the evidence that you acted and thought and showed up as your future self. Coming back to the goal of losing 50 pounds, how did you show up as that version of you that was 50 pounds lighter? Did you decide not to have that chocolate bar? Did you decide, even though you didn't really want to go to the gym, you went anyways? How was it? What is all the evidence that you have that you showed up as your future self? You're going to ignore any of the decisions that you made that didn't align with your future self and put all your energy into what you are creating, into that new version of you. Because what you focus on expands, and where you put your attention is where your energy is going to flow. So we want to put all of our attention and our energy towards creating the new instead of validating and holding on to the old. Do this exercise and be consistent with it, and I guarantee you it will change your life faster than you ever thought possible. If you want more tips and tricks and tools for changing your life, getting out of self-sabotage, getting out of imposter syndrome, and creating the life that you truly desire, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We are putting out brand new videos helping you do exactly that every single week. We'll see you in the next video.